So you've joined a mid-tier accounting firm, you're fairly junior, and you're thinking, how do I get noticed around here? How do I move my career forward? What do I need to do? Give me the ingredients, Heather, is what you're asking me. So the first thing is, if you've joined a mid-tier firm, you've probably got a good degree to your name, or you've done very well at school, you're bright, you're able, you're clever. So you're probably going, can I get on with this? Can I get to the really complex stuff? Can I get to the stuff that they promised me I'd get to that was exciting? Take a step back. You don't need to do everything and be involved in everything from day one. What you have to do is realize you're on a career path. Realize that it's going to take time to learn the technical and commercial aspects of the role. So what does being noticed really mean? Well, do the simple stuff well. I don't know, that sounds strange, but you're going to get given a lot of sometimes boring, sometimes like mindless, what am I doing this tasks? Do it really well. So that means no typos. Make sure it's well written, your written communication. Do what you say you're going to do. If you don't have time to do something, say it. Don't just go yes. Turn up to meetings on time. Be organized. Give simple tasks 100% rather than being impatient to get onto the more complex stuff. Because if you think something's beneath you, you're going to get a really bad name attached to you. And it's very simple. If you get labeled as somebody's arrogant, who's above their station, your reputation will be absolutely, blackened, and people won't want you on their jobs. It's that simple. The next thing is, do the stuff in the time available. If it's not going to fit in the time available, speak up. And this is what I mean about doing the simple stuff well. There are going to be times where you're like, why do I have to do all of this ticking, bashing, boring tax computations? Why is it coming to me? Well, this is just part and parcel of learning the ropes. Get this done well with a smile on your face, give it 100%. You'll get noticed for the right reasons. People with bad attitudes or ideas above their station in a mid-tier firm get weeded out pretty quickly. The next thing is, be curious and ask questions. You might be just given one small bit of the, say, tax computation, one small bit of the audit, maybe one small bit of a small consultancy project. And you're like, well, I'll just get this done. But actually, the more that you can understand about the work you're doing, how it fits into the bigger picture, the client you're doing for it, the more you can take the right decisions, the more you can use your initiative, the more that you can actually be seen as commercially aware. And being seen as commercially aware is a really good thing in a mid-tier accounting firm. The next thing is be easy to work with. People, the managers, senior managers, directors, they want juniors, so either newly qualified or trainees that are keen, that are eager, that have a smile and a positive attitude. This can take you much, much further than, say, really deep technical skills. The next thing is be authentically you. Don't hide behind that facade or think that now you're in a mid-tier accountancy firm, you have to be professional, not show your emotions. No, people want to know when you're happy. They want to know when you're sad. As long as, you're turning up with, 80% of the time a really positive attitude and you're nice to work with. The next thing is, and I've hinted this before, coming with an attitude, thinking something's beneath you, not mucking in when stuff, that's just going to get black marks against your character. If you're the person that leaves on the dot, arrives on the dot, and isn't willing to put in a bit of time and a bit of effort, particularly in busy seasons, you may or may not get paid overtime, but, getting really engaged, doing what it takes, going that extra mile is going to get you seen really, really positively. You're going to get lots of feedback, and sometimes that feedback is going to be difficult. Take it in the spirit it was given. Even if you think it's desperately unfair, but take it, accept it, and go, thank you very much. I'm going to take this on board and I'm going to reflect on it. The next thing is, you're coming in with a really fresh perspective. You're not the same as many of the managers, senior managers, directors that have been doing this for years. You're keen, you've got ideas, you want to make things happen better. Don't lose that with a view, oh, they're more senior, they know what they're doing. Now, there is a right way to do this. Don't go, why are we doing like this? Actually go, we do it this way. Can someone explain the reasons for it? Respect the decisions that have been taken were taken for the right reasons at the time. And then go, are you open to some ideas about how I think this could be improved? Don't kind of put your ideas in a box and go, I'm too junior, they're not going to listen to me. If you put it in the right way at the right time, you will get listened to and you'll really get noticed for the right reasons. The next thing is, given the fact that you're probably studying most weekends, most evenings, you think it's all about the technical skills. And actually, you know, if you pass that exam, you'll get put onto the next stage. And if you pass that, you'll get put onto the next stage. Actually, your career progression, as long as you pass your exams, is not really that much about your technical skills. Your career progression relies much more on what we would call the non-accounting skills, like commercial awareness, client management skills, business development, you know. So take every opportunity to learn that side of the role. Can you bag, you know, can you ask to, you know, shadow a more senior manager in a meeting and ask them, can I take the notes so you can rely on the meeting and I can listen and learn from you? You know, interpersonal communication, business development, teamwork, problem solving. These are what's going to drive your career. Now, get an influential mentor. These aren't just for people that are senior in their career. You might not be able to get a partner at this point in your career, but look for a director or a senior manager that's high flying and doing well and ask them to be your mentor. And speak to them every single month and get time with them. You know, be like a sponge. What can they teach you? What can you be doing? What feedback can you get? You know, share with them. How can they help you? The next thing is be honest if you don't understand what you're being asked to do. Now, you might think, oh, I've got to be shown that I'm capable, that I'm trusted. That doesn't mean to say if you don't know what you're doing, just put a smile on your face and think you can work it out later. This is the way to blow the budget, make mistakes, get people annoyed with you because you're spending far too much time or there's far too much rework. The last thing is pass your exams and be organized about your study. Now, you may get, say, you know, a month being at college, but actually, you know, it's a big thing. If you fail your exam now, some of the mid-tier firms may allow you a couple of fails before your training contract is ended, but actually passing first time is going to get you noticed for the right reasons. You know, being on that list of someone that they're a bit worried about whether they're going to pass isn't going to cut it. So really make sure you're organized about study and work, that you're able to give your most to whether you're at college studying or whether you're at work, that you're able to carve out time to make sure when it comes to exam time that the study leave is booked, that senior management know that you're not going to be around there, that you've got, you know, you may be using some holiday to make sure that when it comes up to that exam, you can be at your best. So this is how you get noticed in that mid-tier accounting firm as a junior member of the team. You do the simple stuff really well. You're curious and you ask questions. You're easy to work with. You have a fresh perspective. You take every opportunity to improve your non-technical skills. You get that influential mentor. You're honest if you don't understand what you're being asked to do, and you really make sure that you're balancing study, work, life so that you can be your best and pass your exams first time.